The red mist. It was a cold, misty evening in the remote village of Blackwood. Lucy, a young woman with a penchant for the unknown, had always been fascinated by the legends surrounding the ancient castle on the hill. Tales of a vampire lord who once terrorized the village were whispered among the elders. Intrigued, Lucy decided to explore the castle, despite warnings from her friends. As she approached the looming structure, the mist thickened, curling around her like a living entity. The castle gates creaked open with an eerie groan, and she stepped inside, flashlight in hand. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and every step echoed through the desolate halls. In the grand foyer, Lucy's eyes were drawn to a portrait of a strikingly handsome man with piercing eyes. Beneath it, a plaque read, Lord Viktor, 17th century. A shiver ran down her spine as the eyes seemed to follow her. Ignoring the growing unease, she ventured deeper into the castle. She found a grand staircase leading to the lower chambers. As she descended, the temperature dropped, and her breath became visible in the frigid air. In the basement, she discovered a hidden door, slightly ajar. Pushing it open, she entered a vast, candlelit chamber. At its center lay an ornate coffin, intricately carved with ancient symbols. The air was thick with a metallic scent. Lucy approached the coffin, her curiosity overwhelming her fear. As she reached out to touch it, the candles flickered violently, and the lid slowly creaked open. She stepped back, heart pounding, as a pale hand emerged, followed by the rest of the figure. Lord Viktor stood before her, his eyes glowing with an unnatural light. His movements were smooth, almost hypnotic, as he stepped closer. "Welcome, Lucy," he said, his voice a seductive whisper. "I've been expecting you." She tried to run, but her legs felt like lead. Viktor's eyes bore into hers, and she felt her willpower slipping away. "You have such a beautiful, vibrant soul," he murmured, brushing a lock of hair from her face. "It will be an exquisite addition to my collection." As he leaned in, Lucy's mind raced. She remembered the tales of the vampire's weakness to sunlight. Desperate, she lunged for the nearest candle and thrust it into his face. Viktor recoiled, hissing in pain, giving her a momentary chance to escape. She sprinted up the stairs, the vampire's enraged roars echoing behind her. Bursting through the castle doors, she ran into the night, the mist parting before her. She didn't stop until she reached the village, breathless and terrified. The villagers found her the next morning, huddled at the edge of the village, mumbling incoherently about the vampire. They dismissed her story as hysteria, but Lucy knew the truth. She had seen the darkness that lurked within Blackwood's ancient castle. Years passed, and Lucy never spoke of that night again. But every misty evening, when the air was thick with the scent of decay, she felt his eyes on her, watching, waiting. For Lord Viktor was patient, and he knew that one day, curiosity would draw another to his lair, and he would be ready, waiting to welcome them with open arms.